Okay, so this video is about following up and sponsoring. And so I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but great stuff in the process book on this. Great stuff. Bottom line is, you may have heard this phrase before, the fortune is in the follow-up, because you will sponsor quite a few people if you sit with them and share your story the way I've taught you here, and been nice and work through the process. You will. But there'll be a lot of people you don't sponsor right then that it will happen in the follow-up. Okay, so first of all, just real quick about the way to follow up. And this is just going to be really quick because first of all, don't ever be afraid to follow up, and don't make assumptions if people aren't following through, okay? Because it's easy to go, oh, they didn't like me, oh, they're not interested. That's really easy, but that's all going on inside your head. That's not really what's happening in real world. Usually it's because people have a life too, right? They have all kinds of things going on. So if someone says, yeah, call me on Thursday, I'm pretty sure I want to get started, but call me on Thursday, okay? And then you call them on Thursday and they don't return your call, right? And you immediately start going, oh my gosh, they're not interested. I must have really messed it up. No, you didn't. That's not what happened. So, yeah, it's possible they're not interested, that they changed their mind. But so what, right? I mean, so what? It's part of the process. So bottom line is the key to following up is just being diligent about it. So if you meet with someone on Tuesday, or you talk to them on Tuesday and you say, okay, I'm going to send you out this information. Can you look at it today, or will you look at it today? If I, will you? If I send it out to you, will you look at it today? Yes, I will. So I can follow up with you tomorrow. What's a good time tomorrow? Oh, around 2 o'clock tomorrow. Okay, I'll call you at 2 tomorrow. Right? So guess what you do? You call at 2 tomorrow. Always keep your word. Always, always, always keep your word. And so you call them back. They don't respond. They don't call you back. So maybe you text them a message and say, hey, tried to reach you. Call me here. And then you don't hear from them. So Thursday, what do? That's the next day. You call them again. They don't respond. Text them again. Hey, tried to catch you again. I hope you're okay. Hope something didn't happen. I know that you normally would get back to me. It's not like you, kind of thing. And then I'd wait a couple days to do it again. And if I still don't hear anything again, and that after 2 days, I'll wait 3 days before I do it again. And if I don't hear anything after 3 days, I'll wait like a week to do it again. This is the fifth follow-up. And if I don't hear anything back on that fifth follow-up, I'll wait like 3 weeks. And when I do get back to them, even after a week, I'll say, hey, I am so sorry. This is even on their voicemail. I'm so sorry I couldn't get back to you sooner. There's just so much going on. I'm having so much fun, but I knew we hadn't connected yet, and I'm guessing something's been going on with you, and that's why we haven't. But I know it might feel like I dropped the ball a little too. Put it on you. But that's how you do it. I mean, it's just sequentially. So let's move into the actual discussion, okay? So essentially, following up, I call it filling in the holes, right? You're answering whatever questions they have left that they need to have answered before they move forward. Most of the time, it's not very much. And so once you answer those questions, and if you're uncertain about questions, you have help, right? You have help is only a text away, or a direct message away, or a phone call away, right? You have unbelievable help. So you never have to worry about that. So once you've answered the questions, you can say something like, so is there anything else you need to know to get started? And usually be like, no. And then you can say, okay, well, we can place your order now. It only takes a minute. This is really important. People don't realize how easy it is, right? They haven't made that connection in their head because they don't know. And so they might think it's complicated, that you have to fill out forms and you have to do. No, it's as simple as, hey, we can do this right now. It'll only take a minute. And you just pick up your phone and three-way them in, right? Boom. Best option, first option. Here, I can connect you to the company right now, and we can get your order placed, and it can be on its way in here in 3 or 4 days. Great. Didn't realize it was that easy, right? So that's your first option, right, is immediately to do that. You can also say something like, hey, it seems like you're ready to get started. Do you want to place your order now? It'll only take a minute, right? This is simple. It's nothing fancy, but you have to ask. Remember, asking the question is not pressure, right? Asking is not pressure. Pushing is pressure. But what we teach kind of pulls people, right? The story, the being nice, it pulls people in. And then you ask, so are you ready? And now you are going to run into circumstances where people are like informationing you to death. Well, do you have more information on this? Right? After you've given them as much as you feel like makes sense, do you have more information on this? Here's something that you can say that's really effective. You can say, Bob, there's so much information about antioxidants or about this thing or that thing. I could give you a truckload of information, but that's not going to really help you understand anything further. And everything I say is just going to sound like I'm telling you how great it is. And even that doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is how you're going to feel when you use it. And the beautiful thing is you get to get it at my cost, direct from the manufacturer, without paying a fee to have the right to do that. And if you don't like it, you can send it back. Heck, I'll help you send it back. Do you see how simple? It's just real stuff. It makes it very, very simple to do. So that's a very effective thing to say. Always remind people that they're buying it at your cost, direct, and that they don't pay a fee and that they can return it, okay? And so if someone's ready to order, what should you have them order? Well, unless they're like all over the map, right? They're giving you like 9 different things that they could order. You keep it really simple. Order the core products, right? Core products, BioBasics, Amigold, Proanthanols, boom. Or Body Smart because they're interested in weight loss, right? Simple, but make sure you understand exactly what's right for them. Core Body Smart package. And then the next would be the fitness products if they're into working out. That's it. Those are the choices, right? And so that makes it very, very simple. And then you can back down from there. If someone has, if they're like, I just don't have enough money for that. Then you say, well, how far apart are we? I can't afford $127 right now. Well, what can you do so that we can figure out the best products for you, right? So that's how you work at it. Then you can come back from that, right? So depending on what their issue is, maybe in the core products, maybe you drop out the Amigold, right? Or maybe you drop out the Proanthanols, right? Depending on the situation. The one you wouldn't want to drop out is BioBasics. But if they had some minor health issues, then you would drop out Amigold and use the Proanthanols because you know that they're going to potentially get a pretty significant impact from that. So that's what you do with all of them. Body Smart's pretty easy because I can't do 160 for the whole first thing right now. Well, how far apart are you? How far apart are we? What can you do? Well, I could do 100. Okay, so we get your basic package and an extra shake, right? So that'll really get you started, which is great. You'll see how you're doing on that, right? So you're working with the person right now, right? They're already there in their head. You're just working with them to help them get what they need. So that's what you do for the customer. For the business, it's typically it's kind of this way. If they're interested in the business and weight loss is their issue, then we sponsor them on the Body Smart. If they're really interested in fitness, then we sponsor them with the B fitness products. But if they're just interested in the business and one of those two areas aren't primary for them, then you sponsor them with something called the Diamond Pack, which is an awesome group of products. And so they're getting a cross section of products that they're going to experience things that matter, right? Including 4 of the major products. So that's what you would sponsor them with in that circumstance. That would be, if it's a pure business conversation, that would be the first thing, unless again, it's Body Smart or fitness, okay? So then when you would have the ASAP conversation, by the way, is after they say, yeah, I'm ready to order. Don't bring the ASAP into it before that, because then you've created another decision before they've actually given you a decision to get started. You've created too many decision trees. So you tell them about the ASAP after they say, yeah, I'm ready to get started, and I think I'll start with the Diamond Pack. Okay, so I just want to give you a heads up. There is a way you can save a little money on this order. Would you like to know about that? Right? Yeah, what is that? So we have this really cool automatic shipment program that's no commitment, right? It's no contract. You don't sign anything. You just say, hey, place me on ASAP, and then you get the discounted price and discounted shipping wherever it applies. And then, heck, we could turn around tomorrow if you said, I'm never going to use those products again. We could turn around tomorrow and change it or cancel it. So it's no problem. You don't take any risk, but you get your products at a better price. It works every time, okay, because it's true and it's real and it's smart. I mean, to order by basics and not do it on AutoShip doesn't make any sense when the AutoShip is as honest and fair as ours is, right? So that's just another understanding. And then, when you sponsor someone on products, you make sure you let them know, you send them a thank you card and you let them know, hey, I want to talk to you as soon as you get your products and talk to you about them and make sure you know how to use them all right so you get your best results. So please don't use the products until we talk. Please call me as soon as you get them. I do that with every customer. And with the Business Builder, I treat them just like a customer, but so they get the card, they get a card, right? They get a thank you card, and I have that same conversation with them. But I also set up the time to then have their starter training where we're going to talk about getting started. And so immediately I say, okay, well, I'm going to send you the fast start video and the getting started document immediately so you can begin going through the information. So you immediately get that information in the hands of the person that you sponsored for the business. All right. And the next thing that I would suggest for everybody to do is anybody that is interested in the business and getting involved, put them on a 3-way call with your sponsor or with me so that they hear another voice and they get another belief bullet, right? And they get a little more understanding about the community and what's possible. Really, really powerful to do that is the 3-way call with a new person. But you can also do that when someone is, they're right there, but they could use another perspective. Put them on a 3-way call with somebody because everybody in our group is flipping awesome. I mean, our people are phenomenal. This is the best group of people you have ever been around in your life. I can say that unequivocally because, I've been around for a while. And I've taught and trained all kinds of companies and organizations. I've never seen a group of people like this. These are the best. We attract the best. So anyway, I hope this one was helpful too.